Hi YouTube. On this episode we are going to look at USB power packs. In a previous video I went over an overview of USB inverters, solar, and gasoline propane generators. On this specific episode I want to go over USB power supplies. These are things you can get that can be inexpensive. They have different features. You can get some that are more expensive with more features, more power, different indicators. I'm going to go over the details of this USB power pack, but then I'm going to go over the benefits of having a USB power pack with you. So this specific one is a Nutrient 12,000 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt, 44.4 watt hour, 2 amp input USB power supply. It has a battery gauge on it. It has LEDs that indicate low, medium, high. It has two USBs out, so it has one 2.1 amp and one 1 amp. You have one USB input on the side. The reason I want to do a video on USB power supplies is because this is something you can carry with you every day, no matter what circumstance you're in. If you carry a small bag to work, whether you carry a big backpack, whether you don't carry any bag and you just have a car, or something you can just keep in your pocket for some very small options like this. As reliant as we are as a society right now on our smartphones or other devices, and most all of them universally use USB, all obviously with this connection on one side, varying connections on the other side, but they all can plug into this device, and that'll give you power no matter what type of phone you have, anything like that. So one thing that I feel is important is, even if there's no emergency, even if it's just blue skies and 70 degrees and your phone dies, we, as the most part, are tethered to those phones. Whether it's for texting, whether we have family we want to keep in touch with, whether we just want to know what's going on Facebook, if there's a storm coming, what the radar looks like, all of those things can stop as soon as that battery dies. So it's just good peace of mind to have a little bit of extra power that you can carry around with you. And the reason I chose this one is I can get about 4 charges on my iPhone. I have a 6S. I can get about 4 charges on that. I have an iPad 4. I can get about 1, and then just enough to get it out of the red on the iPad 4. And that's enough for me. That lets me keep reading, that lets me keep calling, texting, doing everything I need to do. And I know that with those charges and being frugal with how much electricity I use, I know that bare bones, that gives me about 4.5 to 5 days of not, being cognizant of what I'm using my phone for, of power. So I can carry this in my phone, and as long as the towers are up, that gives me nearly a business week of power if I needed it. And that is a great peace of mind for me. They have some that have solar panels on them that look great, and they do have a battery built in, but what you need to make sure you watch out for is some of those products that have a solar panel on it take days to charge of direct sunlight. Directly facing the sun exactly and setting it just right takes days to charge. So those are great, and on the surface they look good, but just make sure that you do your research and that you're purchasing one that has an appropriate panel for what it is charging. Because otherwise, the one time you're going to need it and you're going to put it on the hood of your car to try it, it's not going to charge up that fast. So just keep that in mind. And that's USB. So this right here, when I purchased it, was about $130, and that is a lot. You can get ones that are very inexpensive. You can usually, that'll give you about one charge on your phone, maybe half a charge, but it'll be something. And personally, I think that everyone should have a way to charge their phone that does not require a car or a wall outlet. And these are really great to have. So thank you for watching. And on the next episode, we are going to go over inverters for your car. Thanks for watching.